Hello, Vinci. In you come. Nice. And another wonder builder. I could do with a few more wonders. The emus, we are starved of culture. Oh, look at that. I got a card that gives me 1 gold for every envoy I have at a city-state. I have 0. Oh well. The idea was nice. More emus appear. I'm just sort of blind sending them now towards Egypt. That's my retribution. I'm just going to sit them in their territory and be really, really annoying. Pure revenge. I'm replacing every single one of my mines that I can with outback stations as well. It's really, really helping with the food, and I also get additional production as they stack up next to each other, so I'm not really losing any production either. It's kind of, at the moment, sort of a win-win. I hard built the Great Bath because I think it was 7 turns when it came on, so I was like, yeah, sure, go on then. It's like in my 6th city. Outback stations are giving me such crazy production. It's these tiny little tin wind farms of the windmills that are sort of there. They give me infinite production. Another preserve has been finished. Good, 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 good. Let's get the grove sorted. Not a huge amount of amazing tiles around it, being honest, but I think the Eiffel Tower will fix that once I get really, really into this game, which isn't long, to be fair. Oh good, the only tile that is being worked by the preserve is the only one that's a +5. Isn't that something, eh? Fine. I've learnt my lesson. Don't try and do pretty things. Just realised this emu is actually level 2 as well, so we can name this one Karen 2. Return of Karen. Oh, everyone trembles. And actually it's Gary you've got to be paying attention to, just sort of leaping in from behind, stealing everything as he goes. Our CAD has a lot of stuff for me to steal. Oh, it's fruitful territory, it really is. That's a musket though, an American musketman. I think we're going to get to the stage very soon actually that our emus are not going to be able to keep up with whatever's going on in this game. Got to be a little bit careful here. I don't want to have to just sort of throw my emus away. I don't think I'm ever going to have to do that, but I'm going to have to just keep an eye on their health a bit because there are not many farms on this map. That is the only problem. This map does not have infinite health for the marauding average emu. Oh look, I can culture bomb. Haha! Yoink! Oh, that's their capital and everything. I love that. Sorry, friend. It's all mine now. Okay, no, the muskets aren't doing too much damage in direct fight, so that's okay. I've still got to be careful. Not many promotions left before this is going to become a bit of a problem. Rocketry, we're on the way to rocketry now, and I've got great scientists coming in because I've got by far the most scientist points because I have all of the campuses. Diplomatic service, that's the only thing I got from that. Never mind, a meal would be better for me. Broken Hill, you say? More like Misery Knob. Misery Knob 1! Oh no, I already used that one. I'm so predictable. Okay, let's do something different. The Butt of Liberty. There we go. Much more original. There's Michael. There's another battle emu hardened by the spoils of war. Oh, another preserve is done. Let's get this grove sorted. Look at that tile. That's a nice tile. I mean, the outback stations with Petra, the empire-wide Petra, is working to the extent that it's actually a bit pointless, the preserves. I thought they'd be much more handy than they've turned out to be, but alas, no. Biggery bumps? This is making me smile far too much. Oh, some of these campuses are just insane. That's +6 again, thank you very much. Another great engineer. Perfect, and we've also now got the opportunity to be getting research labs in, but workshops and factories are probably the priority for now. So let's do that. Workshop, good. Factory, good. And a coal power plant. I don't actually know how much coal has come onto this map, being honest. I mean, we know the power plant's there, but one result, a single result, and that's the coal power plant. So there is no coal. It's actually coal power plants. That was a total mistake. It doesn't give me anything. I think we're going to have to get electricity quickly and go for oil, although we don't know where oil is, so that is a bit of a misplace. Never mind. I mean, at least we got something now. It's cool. Ooh, that emu was right on the line. Well, what are we going to do? I would love it if we can build campus buildings quicker, and I would find it amazing if Islam was boosted. I don't think either of those things will go through. No, actually one of them did. Okay, so we're still winning the diplomacy though, unbelievably. Akkad has been incredibly helpful actually. So much yield just from very few tiles, so yeah, thank you for that. Really, really helpful. My emus are still... The thing is, they're staying relevant because all of the pillagers are doing more and more and more and more and more as we go through the game. It's really handy. Like, even the unique rock-hewn churches giving me 365 faith is a big deal. Huge deal. We're actually unlocking rocketry on turn 126. That's amazing. I love it. Brilliant. And, yeah, awesome. Oh, mitigated flood from a great bath. Look at that. We did a thing. Yay! So that was Enlightenment. If we go to Nationalism now, we'll just have a look at our cards again. I've got Gothic Architecture, but Rationalism, because I'm Australia, is going to be a really cool thing. Craftsman in as well. It's all going nicely. 128 science per turn now. Not that that makes any difference because I'm just pillaging it all still. I'm all about that pillage. 43 techs versus 25. I'm 18 techs ahead now. Karen 2 just polishing off all that faith. Look at that, the quadruple pillage. That was 900 faith I just got, which means I can now just outright purchase the next great engineer. Keeping them coming. We're only... Industrial era engineers already. That's just silly. It's just silly. Oh, I love it. Out of all the places I've been pillaging, Cahokia is the only one fixing their stuff rapidly. There must be a builder lurking around here that's just feeding me. Very handy. Thank you so much. Preslav, the last city-state. Hello. You seem to have been pretty neutral in all of this. Declare war. You will not escape. No one will escape. Even Kamasi. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. You know what, in all seriousness, with the ridiculousness of this playthrough, we're actually going to be discussing some pretty decently important tactics, namely, how do you get a science victory when your capital has so little production? We've only got 26 production here, and looking through my cities, yes, Petra, that's not what I want, yes, Petra is really, really good, but yields-wise, I've only got 2 cities that are above 40 production, and one of those, this one, even already has a coal power plant, so like it's not even that crazy at the moment. Admittedly, it's not turned on at the moment, but we're not far away from the genuine production available in my capital. So what we're going to be doing is using Raina to jump around and pop spaceports down across my nation. If I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaceports minimum, that would be pretty cool. That sets me up for the end game. We're pillaging our way through the science tree, and we haven't got too much of that to go now, which is good. Look at that. Everyone else is in the Renaissance era, and I'm in the modern era. It's just crazy. We are 18 techs ahead right now. What I'm going to do is a city like this, for instance, it has a spare slot. So what I'm going to do is build a government plaza, and actually I'm just going to swap in this tile quickly. Let's just pop that government plaza down, and let's just finish that nice and quickly. We're going to boost all the way through to our tier 3 government, and we are going to use him. There we are, one of these. I think probably communism is what we'll go for today. Communist emus, I think that's fair. But I'm going to boost through to Royal Society. Now this lets me turn builders into project capacity production, and I think I'm going to use those, spamming from all of the rest of my nation and from all of my pillaged gold to then boost the space projects. I'm also going to keep an eye using my faith on obviously all of the engineers and scientists that pop up. Keep picking those up, see if we can get anybody that boosts rocketry or rocketry based things. Like 220 pillaging at the moment, that's only going to get higher. That's only getting higher. The discovery of rocketry boosts me into the atomic age. Ha ha ha. Lovely. I think advanced flight into satellites is probably my best option here, because I'd like to get these projects unlocked quickly. We're being very efficient. Our emus, they know what we need to do. The science game is strong in the emus. Stanley is a bit of a science pro. Our emus are now taking regular above 5 damage now. It's a little bit more, and suddenly, oh, these cavalry units again. Got to be a little bit careful. Just a little bit careful here. I'm also managing to pick up a bunch of tribal huts. There was military science and ballistics in that one. That's a crazy amount of science. Like, when you actually look at the boost, that was worth 440 science in military science. Was it siege tactics, the other one? So that's 800 science I just found in a tribal hut. Oh, it's worth exploring late into the game, and I never do. I'm always terrible at it. Oh, it's just, these tiles are so good. I pillaged about 5,000 gold in the last turn. There's advanced flight. Already done. Already done. And we've got nationalism coming along now. Emu cause, you say? The world has not known fear as it should just yet. Emu cause, that'll just finish off this world, I think. Apadana in my capital. A few extra envoys, which is really, really important when you're continually at war with all city-states, as you know. Diplomatic relations with my evil, feasting subjects. The sort of growth upon this world that I like to cull and consume at regular times. It's very important, so there we go, we did it. It also gives me a couple of slots for great works, just in case I do end up getting some great writers, which I may accidentally do very soon. In fact, actually, I'm just going to pick up a meal quickly before she becomes a bit useless. And then Newton as well. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I love having all of this spare faith. It's amazing. Barb outposts are less important, but they do still give me just a small amount of gold, and small amounts of gold are all we need. Spaceport. Okay, right. It doesn't really matter where I put this. I mean, I'm still getting breathtaking yields from these tiles, but that's kind of less important now. So we're just going to have to ignore those a little bit. Industrial zone? Can I get a decent industrial zone? I guess I was going to put it here, wasn't I? And then pick up the aqueduct there just to make it a little bit better. And then I'll go for a workshop, and then I'll go for a factory, and then I'll go for a coal power plant. There we go, we've got 40 production in this city now. Oh, goodness me. Craziness. And Emil gave me nothing. Okay, she was pointless. Never mind. And my first... my first boat was an admiral. Oh, it's one of those games, is it? Where is he? Over here in this. Okay, get into the huge sea by the butt of liberty. Yes, that's right. The butt. Pillage yield, 125 health. You know what? I think that's probably fine. You can keep the extra health at the end, but that's awesome. We can now core our emus together for just a little bit more survivability. Like they're kind of on the edge of being relevant at the moment, and if I do lose them, that would be genuinely awful. Pingala's going into my capital so that I can boost through immediately to get to Space Initiative. Woo! Nice and connoisseur, because honestly, culture is always a good one to get. Forbidden City has been built in my capitals because I need a wildcard policy, because really I define myself as being a wildcard policy in this game. Ursa Ryan, the wildcard. Has a good ring to it, doesn't it? I like to think I do lots of silly little tactics, and we play the game in random ways, and that's why it's fun. Ah, wildcard. What am I going to do for wildcard? Basically, raid is the card that's never come out this entire game, but serfdom, rationalism, natural philosophy, all these things are good. I'll go for invention as well, so we can get some more great people points. That will basically double how many I'm getting, because I've already got like 3 workshops minimum, I think? Something like that. It's about 3. Launch Earth satellite, 20 turns. Oof, that's going to take some time. Everyone's in a dark age except me. The emus have stolen the light of the world, and now it is dark and foreboding and disgusting. I'm going to get monumentality, because then I can use my faith to get builders. And builders can be used to rush the Earth satellite, which currently is saying it's going to take 20 turns. I'm only on turn 133, mind, so we're doing this quite early, but, like, that's ridiculous. Oh my goodness, the AI is raiding me. Oh my lord, what? That's not fair. That's not on. I can't do that. Oh no. Okay, right, well, we're going to have to actually defend ourselves, because our emus are useless. In the field of war, they are useless. Never mind. What's in my tribal hut? 40 gold. Okay, we're still looking for those boosts. The boosts are amazing. My first emu core. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Gary now has friends. Gary has taken on a new form, a new powerful, ancient form of death and destiny. Only a double pillage, unfortunately, on this campus, but that's still enough to give me satellites. Nice. Okay, that's really cool. What else are we going to do? I think we're going to just dump along to refining quickly. Castles boosted, siege tactics boosted, ballistics boosted, military science boosted, rifling boosted, refining boosted. It's all boosted. It's all fine. So we're going to just race along this now. There we go. Second tech in 1 turn. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, stop asking for peace. You know what this is. It is a constant war from the emus against the world. Yes, continual war. It's the only way that we will find salvation as a species. Audience chamber, done. That's a couple more amenities in my cities with a governor. I mean, look, my capital is forced onto a +3. There are no luxuries to get rid of there, so that's awesome. I think, oh, did we go intelligence agency? Or did we go foreign ministry? No, foreign ministry is pointless. Grandmaster's chapel. That'll let me actually use my faith to buy some units, which could be quite useful. There's Newton. Perfect. Any new campuses I get, I can just boost those through. And, oh, there we go. We can make my capital even happier with this scientist as well. Oh, some great scientists. Not just good scientists. Great scientists, that's what we're after at the moment. Still pillaging. Still pillaging. In neutral territory, my emus actually heal 15 health per turn because of the previous great person I got. I mean, that's awesome. We love that. That's brilliant. And there's space initiative. Okay, our capital's got that through. We are now working this just a little bit quicker. Now, Newton puts down a 3 university. And this city, Ballarat, doesn't actually have a campus down. Which one is that? It's the one over in the corner. So, Ballarat, you just stop doing that, build a lighthouse, and we can just get one of the 3. That's awesome. I built the Temple of Artemis in my my 7th city, because it was giving me the option to build it in 4 turns. And I was like, you can't tempt me with such low-hanging goods, such achievements. The ability to build it right next to a bunch of elephants? Oh, imagine if it replaced the horses at the front with the elephants. Now that would be a sight. It doesn't really even do much for me, being honest, because I've only got 1 or 2 camps around it. But as I say, it was mainly the fact that I could build it. Like, who am I to say no? Universities get +2 science. Oh, it was a big deal. I thought it would be 240 science per turn now. Yes. Oh, these luscious pillaged farms. It's the extra culture on top of the health. That's what does it for me. Oh yes, glorious things, glorious. Galileo boosts science based on adjacent mountains. We've got quite a few mountains actually. I think I saw a +5 spot ages ago and I was like, ooh, if I remember to use that, that would be good. I've totally forgotten where it is. There were at least a couple, so keep an eye out for that. There's refining. I think that was as far as we'd got to in terms of plans. So we've built a coal mine, but we haven't built an ironclad. So an ironclad is something I need to build. I've got no coal to do that though, which is a bit of a problem. Extract an artifact. I have forgotten to do that. Build an oil well. We should be able to get oil wells now. Fingers crossed, there's got to be at least some oil around my empire. Oh yeah, look, around my preserve. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's not going to stick around for very long. Yep, next to this preserve as well. Yeah, sorry about that. There's going to be a lot of oil. Yep, all of this oil, all of it needs to come up. Like, all of it. There's going to be a couple of oil power plants scattered around just to make sure that that happens. Okay, good. Now, as soon as we get natural history, we need to boost across my governments quickly, because I really want to be able to rush my space project, which is taking forever. Forever, I say. Oh, when you find a new city with all of these unpillaged tiles. Oh yes, that's what I was looking for. Galileo will soon be mine. He will soon be mine. So much pillaging. Luckily, Mali had started to pick up niter mines, and those things are insanely easy to get through. Oh, they're building their campuses back up again. Mali, they've got such a huge bias to put mines down that they are just the best to go and pillage. 28 techs from Babylon versus 54 from me. I like it when we're putting Babylon into their place. That's always quite fun. Mendeleev chemistry and 1 random tech from the industrial era. I think, unfortunately, industrial era has been done, as is chemistry, so Mendeleev is useless. That's frustrating. Stuff like that's going to stop me from getting these things in the first place. Oh well. Spaceport time. Bump. That's good and useful. And again, I kind of want another trade route, I think. Although a water park would be handy around here. Let's just pop the water park down. Lovely. We can get Ferris wheels and things. 2 housing in my capital, as well as some more amenities. Nice. 1 pillage. 2 pillage. 3 pillage. 4 pillage. Michael got the essential quadruple pillage. God, over 1,000 faith from that. That's awesome. In fact, sometimes when you get these sort of chains of pillages that you can do in one go, it's like, yes. Oh, they're so good. So good. Go on, Gary. Go on, Gary. Yes, combustion. Done. So there are a couple of 5 mountain tiles, but they're all ages away and through enemy territory. So I think I'm going to settle just on this 4 mountain tile. I know it's a little bit boring. I'm sorry, but it's still 1,000 science. Bam. That's a huge one for me. A 4th promotion when attacking versus siege units. Escort mobility, I mean, none of it really matters, but I like the idea of double enveloping emus, so we'll go for this. Oh, of all of our military forces, this emu is the most famous. Gary. Well done, Gary, for this dubious honour. One thing I realised I can do is use my faith to buy some tanks. Not because they would be particularly useful, but because 3 tanks gives me the boost to composites. And if there's anything I enjoy doing, it's getting a boost to composites. Lovely. Right, composites has been boosted. Nanotech has been boosted. Okay, we are now on 57 science. 57 techs, I should say, by turn 147. And we're just about to put our first project into space, but it's culture. Culture is what we really need right now. That is our big problem. Everest is the only thing we haven't discovered. That means we were doing well on the old exploration. And so the first emu space dong. It goes into the sky. Beep, 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 beep. Where's the plume? There it is. Oh, that's a good plume. We love a good plume. And oh, finally we pinned down this Ethiopian missionary. Hang on. Ah, emu kill. I think I might have mentioned this before. I don't understand why I missed this originally, but this was something I found out post 3,000 hours into playing the game. The Grandmaster's Chapel, pillaging improvements and districts provides bonus faith. Do you remember when you get that random 30 faith every time you pillage something? That is the Grandmaster's Chapel. I never knew that. It always mystified me. That's it's an embarrassing revelation when you know that that's what it is, but it's still good nonetheless to find out, so that's awesome. Ferris wheels, good. Aquariums, good. Aquariums have got a 9 tile radius, so actually, even though it's down at the bottom of my empire, it still hits a reasonable amount of cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. That's not bad at all. More importantly though, it's my capital can't be anything other than happy. It is legally obligated to be happy right now, which is awesome. There's a little bit of culture ahead of me there. Perfect. Okay, that'll be decent culture boosting. Urbanization. I really wanted the urbanization boost. Alas, we don't have enough. What about this? Oh, quarries actually give me science these days. I'm not used to that. That's awesome. That campus needs pillaging. Good. That campus needs pillaging. Oh my goodness, there's so much here. There's so much here. In fact, actually, I think America's been fixing all of their campuses. They have 69 science. Nice. I should have noticed. There is nanotech. Perfect. And there's a little bit more gold. Even more perfect. Smart materials we've discovered already. Oh lord, that is one lucky collection for us. Awesome stuff. As many culture boosts as we can get. That's what we really, really need here. Oh yeah, Akkad. Thank you so much. That was very genuinely helpful. America does have some theatre squares. We are getting a little bit of pillaging here, which is nice, but not as many as we would need. Yeah, I just need that government. As soon as I've got the government, I'm laughing. The lights have finally turned on in my empire as my first coal power plant has been finished. That's handy. Okay, unfortunately not all of my cities have been turned on, just a few over here. My capital is still in need of some electricity. Never mind. But it's always good to see a bit of an amphitheatre done. Yes, if I can do some more pillaging this turn, that would be handy because I need the gold. I need all the gold I can get. Come out, wherever you are. The emus are here, and we want your things. Oh no, Ethiopia's lost their capital. That's not good. I can't liberate it to them because I'm at war with them, and I really don't want it because the emus we don't desire land. We just desire everybody else's things. Like, all of their things. That's all we need. There we go. A little bit of culture pillaging. That pushes us through almost to urbanization. Slowly we're getting there. Oh, yeah. Science we've got plenty of. It is purely culture right now. That's what we need. In fact, there is smart materials. I guess now we just literally press the button to give us the final project. Oh my goodness, look at this tech tree. I don't need any of it. I don't need uranium. I don't need robotics. I can just go straight through smart materials. Oh, what a tech tree. That is awesome. Oh, look what I built. Seeing as this is a huge desert map, I built the University of Sankor. You're all welcome. Internal trade routes give me +2 science, and domestic trade routes give an additional +1 faith. That little +1 faith is a small bonus, but it's good. A little bit of everything extra. That'll just obviously work through next turn. But yeah, so far, so good. Just convert to oil power, please, Mr. City. I need my capital to have some electricity fast. Urbanization is done now. Mobilization gives me armies of emus, just in case the emus I had were not dangerous enough. Well, Congress time, I would love it if we... I mean, what resources do emus have more than anything? Ivory. Yes. Yes, give me duplicates of ivory. Actually, people are going to probably vote down on ivory, aren't they? So we'll do that. Actually, who do I care? Who are the emus? We vote whatever we want. Double great people towards scientists. Perfect. That's what we want. No writers and no ivory. Well, there's nothing we could have done to stop anything that just happened there because we're hated by the world. Cybernetics is done on turn 155. Yeah. This run has been so quick. It is just purely the culture that's letting the side down now. That's the only thing we need to worry about. Oh, Nazca lines. Oh, wouldn't that be good if we could do something fun with those? Yeah, culture is literally the only thing letting us down right now. So I'm just desperately building some cultural theatre squares to try and get myself a little bit more. But alas, no, nothing happening. Oh my goodness, an actual theatre square pillage. Oh, it's gorgeous. It gave me so little, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the time that we spent together. In fact, actually, oh, there are more diplomatic quarter, I should say. That would give me more culture as well. They do exist. You just have to find them. Another 200 culture there. Next turn, mobilization. I believe there's only 2 more civics to get. Whichever one is before ideology and then ideology, and then we can go for communist emus because we're all equal. All emus are equal. All emus are superior. That's also true. Huey. This is a lake that I think had 3 surrounding lakes. There was a 4, but I couldn't bother to build it in that city because it took literally twice as long. So there we go. We built it. It's glorious. Yeah, mass media. That's what it was. I knew there was something. Okie dokie. Let's rush through it, James Watt. Who is next? Eiffel. Okay. Eiffel's fine. When you look for them, the culture does exist. Yes. Yes. This is good. This is good. Oh, this emu is running low on health, actually. I need to be a little bit careful. Preslav is not going to be a difficult place to heal next to, so I'm just going to take a few turns there. And another one, 300 culture this time. That was 2 turns off. Yes. Mendeleev, okay, well, we'll take him, but, I mean, Mendeleev is about as pointless as you can get, unfortunately, because we've already unlocked all of the things that he would give. Another culture boost. Mass media done. Okay. Okay, we're speeding up. Ideology now. Yep, and then just straight to government. So we've got 21 turns, or 2,000 plus 1,000, so 3,200 culture. That's what we need now. That's what we need. We've also upgraded Moksha to their full capacity as well. Where are you? Dunny's Dam. Nice. 3,600 space. Port. Yeah, we can do that in a sec. I mentioned this before, but I'm actually avoiding picking up the builders when I can steal them because I'd rather the AI had them. It encourages them to fix their own things, which they do eventually do. Like, as a strategy, it does work. Nice theatre square there. Bump. The Great Library has been built on the off chance that someone gets a great scientist. It's very unlikely, but it was also 5 turns in some random city, so I was like, yeah, sure, let's build it. Why not? I like building wonders in the desert. It's becoming actually really, really nice. 13 pop, 13 pop, 12 pop, 12 pop. Everyone's happy, including my capital. My capital's especially happy. Everyone else is like very much like 50-50 on the whole thing, but my capital, yeah. Oh, I love it. What's that? It's a farm. Gobble, 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 gobble. Nom. Nom, 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 nom. 1 pillage of a mine now gives me 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold. That is just insane. That is just insane. There's our 4th mission on turn 160. Oh my lord. And I can actually skip past everything and just go for future tech right now, which would be insane. However, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the other techs quickly. The idea being that the more techs you have, if I just sort of get these or just randomly select them, I don't really care which order they happen in. The more techs you have, the more my pillaging does, because it's all calculated by how many civics and techs you've unlocked a bit like the cost of great person projects and stuff like that. It's all related to how many techs that you've got. Volcanoes are really cool. They put farms down because obviously there's volcanic soil and that's easy to pillage. Keeps my units alive. It's all brilliant. We're so close to ideology now. Communist emus are almost a thing, everyone. Almost. We can only pray. We can only pray they will be as glorious as we hope they will be. Combined arms. Did the emus get uranium? That's the question. We'll never really know because I'm not going to have enough time to do anything with it because my production is appalling. Please improve all of these pieces of sugar, Egypt. Why are you not doing this? Oh. Anyway, there's ideology. Thank goodness. Quickly, let's get 5-year plan in because that will bug out if we don't do that. And what else are we going to do? Levy en masse? Or should we go for extra... I'm looking forward to the movement card later into the game. That'll be good fun. Let's go for forced modernization so we can upgrade all of our units and tanks and things when we have the opportunity later. That'll be good fun. And here we go. Communism. Communism. It's all good. Faith is being thrown into Eiffel, and Lovelace is up next. That lets me build another district down on my capital. That'll be pretty awesome. Let's get another spaceport there, and let's get a... We've already got a theatre square in this city, haven't we? I think, yep. So let's go for an industrial zone. Really, we're just sort of throwing districts down wherever we can. And, oh, I can get a water park in this area as well. That'd be pretty cool. Let's do that. How many spaceports have we got now? I've been losing track. 1 spaceport in that city. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spaceports at the moment. I said 7 to 8, didn't I? I think that was roughly what I said. I think I stand by that. So this is Ethiopia's capital. Do I want it? I mean, Ethiopia, they're not going to take it back. That's the problem. It's a bit rubbish, but... It does have some sheep. Actually, you know what? We'll keep this. We will keep it. I can't... That name, though. I'm going to call it Emugeddon, which is one of those words that looks like it's spelled utterly wrong, but I think that is how you would spell Emugeddon if Emugeddon was a word. So there we go. We now have a holy site, apparently. That's quite fun. And an artist. We have a great artist. Oh, my lord. The emus. They're now making beautiful, beautiful art. Anyone else enjoy using Eiffel to get the Eiffel Tower? I do. It's brilliant. Well, I would culture bomb this pasture if I had that ability, but the most important thing is it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces for my outback stations around it, which means we're going to get a very similar tile to this pasture, which has 10 production, which is just nuts. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be allowed in one tile. Oh, tribal village. Diplomatic favor. Nice. I mean, I'm going to lose 17 of it in one turn, but, you know, apart from that, nice. Oh, that's so close to class struggle though. Actually, the fun thing is because the mod has got this pillage as 2 separate things. The science and the gold are 2 separate pillaging rewards. I get the plus 15 faith from pillaging twice. I'm not entirely sure if that's what the mod developer meant to happen, but it is happening and it's giving me some very good yields. Moon landing. Perfect. Actually, that boosts me right through communism, so if I hadn't been pillaging already, the emus would have got their just rewards by doing that. Where's the plume? Here's the plume. Oh, I just about missed it. Never mind. Communism. Woo! Extra production, extra science, extra everything that's fun and lovely. Total war. Forced modernization. Yep. That's all good. That's all good. Actually, we don't need rationalism anymore. That's awful. Aesthetics will do. Liberalism will do. Republican legacy will do. In fact, actually... No, my collectivization will do instead of that one. And let's get levy en masse. Let's do that. I think that's a good policy set for now. But now that we've got communism, what we're going to do... Again, I don't really care, but we've only got a little bit to rush. I'll finish off the Eiffel Tower. That's 2 appeal, which makes all my neighbourhoods and my civilizations and all my preserves fight a little bit harder. It was a wonder that I was looking forward to getting a lot more before I started replacing all of my preserve tiles by industrializing them heavily. Now the Eiffel Tower is not as useful as it once was, but that is okay. Now we go for Royal Society. Now the War Department is really tempting because my emus would heal every time they'd have someone charge into them, but I think I need the Royal Society in order to rush my projects out because at the moment I am limited royally by a lack of production in my capital. That's the big one. Professional sports time. Hooray! Okay, that means we can get a stadium in my capital as well. as an aquatic centre in this city and also in this city. Lovely. Also a stadium in this city as well. So we've got lots and lots of extra amenities now. And I was going to build this stadio pretty quickly, and I still maintain I should do that. Mali cannot help but just repair their districts every time I pillage them. I'm just sort of walking up and down their systems and all of their like nation and just stealing one after another. It's beautiful. It's golden. Another spaceport down, just as we were hoping it would be. This is good. I love it. You can shoot at my emus all you want. All you want. You'll never be rid of them. The plague of emu. It will continually be around the map. Forever. Forever. And also the emus almost have giant death robots. Now that's not scary at all. That's totally fine. That's a normal thing to happen in any game, I feel. The emus rising up, developing huge body systems and just attacking. Also, body systems has to be the weirdest way I've described a giant death robot in a long time. A body system. What on earth am I going on about? I'll be back. Of course you will. Of course you will, Mr. Emu. Oh, they had a university in it. Yay! The AI is finally getting infrastructure. That's only a good thing for me. More to pillage. In fact, they're doing it everywhere. No, just a library in that one, but still. It's a lovely thing to see. We like it when the AI and they fixed the market as well. Oh, you shouldn't have. Really. You really shouldn't have. Keep city. Yes. Yes, I might as well keep it. Why not? I've kind of just got to the point now where I'm like, yep, give me more for my emu brethren. I will claim it. I will claim it all. James Young, that's some oil, even though I've already got oil, so not really the most useful. But who is next? Darwin. Darwin is sort of semi-useful. Right, hang on. We're going to get Lovelace quickly, just because she's good. And then Tesla. Okay, we're on to modern era now. That's good. Goddard might appear. So let's just save up. Okay, this is fine. Hurrah! It's even got a name that's sort of appropriate for what we're doing here. Hurrah! It's my city now. There's the Royal Society finished. Thank goodness. Okay, whilst I just quickly convert you to industrial zone logistics so I can start rushing through these projects quickly, we now have the ability to use my builders to rush my spaceport. Where the hell is my spaceport? Here it is. I was like, where did I put it? Mad. 2 turns taken off that. Oh my goodness, there we go. Lovely. In fact, actually, this is a good use of our faith. I can still build my builders for crazy cheap amounts. I'm also going to start getting my builders from my Liang city as well, because they have 6 charges rather than 5. Even better. Another 2 turns shaved off. Yes. 13 amenities in that city all of a sudden. The capital's just loving life. Yes. One more rush. Oh, 1 turn now. 1 turn. There goes the Mars colony, which again, it feels like I've had to wait an awful long time for that to be completed, but when you actually look at the turns, turn 173 Mars colony. In most other games, I would accept that as being absolutely brilliant. There is the exoplanet, by the way, that is now beginning to get sent, and I can do 2 turns. Rushed from that one every turn, and look, my builders are now chaining themselves nicely, so I can get my 6 charge builders every turn going from this city. Huzzah! That's wonderful. Okay, the faith that I'm using to buy all these things, by the way, is just purely coming from my pillaging. Just pure pillaging right now. What does a 6 charge builder do? Still 2 turns? 3 turns! Okay, it won't be like that every time, but still, that's useful. Some more delicious artwork. Very nice. Sure, okay. I'll put that up, and I definitely will spend my time looking at it rather than sending emus into space. No. Globalization! Gives me even better trade routes from memory. E-commerce, yay! That's quite fun. Let's do that instead of nothing. Actually, I've got pretty decent things. As long as I'm getting builder charges and I can use my faith, that's kind of all I need at the moment. It's not as useful as I hoped it would be. A 3 privateer? Okay, sure. In that case, it's just, oh no, forms a fleet. That one forms a fleet. Hang on, where is the privateer? Francis Drake. Over to there, please. And What do you do? There's another one. I think you are to give a promotion level. Okay, perfect. Right, we can just make the most amazingly awesome privateer, I think. There we go. We've completed the tech tree on turn 177. 177, eh? That's not too bad at all. Hang on. You go to there. You go to here. Oh, I don't get to build a rush this turn. How frustrating. I think I mucked up my movement at some point. Never mind. Francis Drake can create a privateer with 1 promotion level. Perfect. I can now make a fleet out of that privateer, which is cool, and we'll let that have its promotion next to... Oh no, it doesn't get a promotion because I just made a core out of it. Okay, that's fine. Forms a fleet. That's not one that's useful, but this one is. Gives a promotion level. Okay, cool. This is a very good privateer now. Okay, what about now? There we go. Exoplanet Expedition launched. That is turn 178 that we did that. Now we just need to go through my nation and say, okay, what can we rush? Let's make sure... Actually, nothing needs to be rushed overly, does it? So we'll go Lagrange, terrestrial, terrestrial, terrestrial. I'm now going to go through all of my other cities and go Lagrange, terrestrial, terrestrial. Anywhere with a spaceport. That's all you're doing now. You can see I don't have any production, so it's like 6 and 7 turn rushes on these things. But don't forget, the most important thing is that I can get builders in every single city I've got and use them all to rush. So it doesn't matter if each city individually is a little bit rubbish. Between them, we should be doing the God's work. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 all being rushed at the same time. Okay, that's perfect. And the rushes all take a turn off. This is one of those games where it's just, if you build enough of it, eventually one will take off. You don't know which one, but one of them will. Synthetic technocracy. Extra power in every city and then extra production towards all projects. Lovely. So every turn pretty much is builder. Goes into spaceport, rushes project. Ursa buys new builder. Builder into spaceport, rushes project, buys new builder. Like this is my turn now. This is all I get to do. this is everything. Where the hell is the spaceport in this city? Oh, it's over there. Oh, that's frustrating. What sort of moron would have put the spaceport over a lake, eh? Oh, who knows? Our next government, synthetic technocracy, power, production, city projects. It's all wonderful, really. Taking another city here as well, Sodo. I'm picking up cities left, right and centre. What about this one? Ethiopia, are you giving up? Oh, they're almost giving up that city to me as well. How long until the next era? Next turn. Okay, it's probably best for the AI there because they were struggling to keep up with me. Our first Lagrange laser station, I believe that is in my capital, seeing as the Colosseum is just there, as well as Petra. So that's nice. And the Estadio. 2 amenities in all of my cities as well as 6 culture as well. That is wonderful. If I was struggling for culture before, no longer will I be struggling. I'm hoping as well all cities will be ecstatic after this point. After all, we are just a collection of emus. Do I need to even park? I guess we just run to places, so maybe not. Who knows, eh? Who knows? Oh, I can no longer get builders with faith. That is a little bit frustrating. Heartbeat of Steam gets a little bit more production from my campuses. I'll do that for now, but oh, that's a bit of a painful loss, that. Luckily, I had used all of my faith, like, doing this. It was absolutely all being used. But even my builders are now like 1,200 gold each. It's going to come a point where I can't afford these things anymore. There's a rushed one. Another terrestrial laser station. I think... Unfortunately, yeah, if you rush one of those, it knocks the power off the city, which is a bit frustrating, but never mind. One more terrestrial laser station over in this direction. That's amongst the huge elephant fields. I think that's the Temple of Artemis city. There's another one here. Oh, actually, no, there's some more elephants. I have a lot of elephants in my nation. Considering I'm a nation of emus, we just like big animals. Oh, there's another one going through there. This is what happens when you rush them from so many cities at the same time. I ran out of gold, by the way. I totally ran out of gold to buy my builders, so unfortunately we're not going to do a huge amount more rushing, but the rushing I can do, I will do. 1 more laser station, 2 more laser station. Perfect. What are we up to now? We are winning a culture victory by 11 turns. Okay, our emus may accidentally be becoming culturally dominant. I guess it's because no one can do anything else other than just appreciate emus all day, so... You know, I can see the logic of it. It's just like, oh, okay, another World Congress. I think I'd like to produce units faster, and I'd like more population growth. Let's see what goes through. A terrestrial laser station goes through, and gold and ham by. Oh, wow. Nothing related to me went through. That's actually quite rare that happens. Another terrestrial laser station, and another, and another. So we are now doing 12 light years per turn, and we have 22 to go. So 2 more turns. How's my cultural victory going? Oh, alas. It's not showing me with a cultural victory anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I enjoyed that brief moment. 1 more laser station, 2 more laser stations. Oh, I love having so many spaceports. It's brilliant. Grievances wise, 600, 350, 500, 300, 550. It's weird that we don't have that many grievances. Weirdly, I keep getting grievances every time I have to declare war on a city-state because it decides to peace out with me because it's changed who it's friends with. It's like, no, I want to be at war with everyone. But yeah, weirdly, I don't have as many grievances as I've seen in some of my weird domination games where we just sort of strike out and kill everybody. I guess pillaging, people don't really mind pillaging as much. They're kind of like, yeah, sure, it's just an emu. It's what emus do. They are pillage machines. And there we go, turn 187 science victory with Australia by the Lord High Emu. I mean, even the picture just shows you everything you need to know about this series. Now, there is a serious point to this game, okay? Believe it or not, there's a serious point to this game. I've said repeatedly how effective pillaging is as a strategy for defeating Deity AI. I know that the emus obviously were crazy good at pillaging, and that's kind of what they're built for, but I would honestly recommend you try a game as Mapuche, or Norway, or Gran Colombia, and you give a go at that sort of game, because it is awesome. 0 cities captured. I founded the most cities. We had... how many number of combats? I was in so many combats, 1,000 combats, but units killed. Yeah, I did actually kill like 140 units. Crazy. I didn't think I lost that many. Units lost. 1, 2, 3 emus were lost this game. We will cry for them all game. No one got anywhere near religions because I destroyed every single religious unit I found on the map as I was running around. It's kind of how things were. Player faith, you can see my faith was very low until it wasn't towards the end of the game. Very nice. My science, actually I did a little bit of sciencing, but I was tech leader when I was on bottom science, so I quite like that. And culture, similar sort of job. But if we have a look at the science tree quickly, you will see just how hilarious we were suppressing the AI. Look at the zigzaggy lines. Every time they went above about 50 to 70, I was like, pillage, pillage, pillage. Look at like a Teddy's line. He was up towards 100 and I went bloop and just sat on him repeatedly. And score, my score wasn't crazy, but I just kept everybody else's score down. This was just a masterclass in suppressing the AI. Nobody has more than 79 science, just because every time they do, I just sit on their campuses and pillage them again. Like Cincinnati, actually, look, that's recovered now, as has Washington. So what I would do is I would find whatever emu was closest, like this one, and go, wee, and send him over again. I reckon we could shave about 40 to 50 turns off that victory on a bigger map. If we filled this map out of about 20 people and we didn't have it just on desert, if we had it on all sorts of terrain where there were more farms and mines and things for me to pillage, I reckon this game could have got absolutely insane. Oh, the Lord Emu. Just a quick shout very much to the channel supporters for giving me this idea. It was mad and funny and I loved it. Join us next time for the A to Z challenge. Who will be playing and will it be a serious or not serious game? Only time will find out. Thank you so much for watching and see you all next time. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Glorious Petra, Davalex, Dayboy91, Skeptical Bear, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brown Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Nim, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiature, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support. Thanks everybody!